Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Exceptional Conservative Show live from the nation's capital. I'm your host, The Exceptional One. Karen Schoen is with us tonight, Florida Citizens Alliance, FloridaCitizensAlliance.com. You may think it's only a Florida thing, but I want you to know that no matter where you are in the world, you can be a warrior against communism. Karen, can you tell everyone how they can do that?
Well, one of the things that I would suggest is that you pay attention to the education or what's going on, what's in your school. And go to the FloridaCitizensAlliance.com. Just put in your email address. It doesn't matter where you are in the country. You will get the emails. You can join in our conferences. You can listen to what we're doing. And you can duplicate what we are doing in your state. You can form citizen book review committees. We found in our social studies textbooks, for example, that there were 36 pages of how to be a Muslim, 3 paragraphs on Christianity, and 2 paragraphs on Judaism. How is that possible if you are fair and balanced? We have to hold them accountable, and we're not doing that. So we're not doing our part. The worst thing that's happening is what's going on with our kids. Because a life based only on your feelings gives you no knowledge of life experience. So when you are faced with a situation that you don't know how to handle, you often do the wrong thing.
Yes.
And falling into sex trafficking or pornography is often the wrong thing. But our kids are being led down that path on purpose. The people that are doing this only care about money, power, and control. They do not care about our kids. The National Education Association, my union, has said, this is not about the children. This is about the power. So we will have power to get what we want. And all of these programs come in under the guidelines of the United Nations. Why is the United Nations providing America with sexual permissive education, which they are explicitly told you do not have to tell your parents. They will teach you how to have an abortion without telling your parents.
Exactly. Karen, child pornography is a wide abuse. It's not just a little guy,
Absolutely.
not a little guy sitting in some room or showing up on NBC uh, with the cameras rolling trying to date a teenage boy. Child pornography is as abusive as turning over your children not to the teacher but to the psychiatrist and social worker in the classroom. And I want you to comment in terms of why the communists wanted psychiatrists and psychotropic drugs to be given to our young people.
Because they create the armies with the young people. And it's kind of like a Jason Bourne kind of thing. You can program some people with, you should be reading from the Rand Institute because they're the ones that dreamed up all of these psychological programs. They need to control the people. So by making them all the same and making them all do the same thing, it makes them easier to control the people. And they control them by making the government more powerful than their family. The school more powerful than their family. The school has become their new family. So if the teacher says, oh, Johnny, do you feel like being married today? And would you like to go in the back and wear a dress? That's perfectly fine. No, it's not perfectly fine. The kid should be learning to read.
Exactly.
And all we have to do is look at our reading. The other sad thing is that all of the LGBTQ people are fighting for rights they already have. They are Americans. They have every same single law that you and I have. They already have these rights. What they're doing is they're making a special group out of them, and then they are recruiting from kindergarten up.
Exactly.
And the sad, I was talking to a woman whose son this happened to, and she said the saddest thing was that when he made the transition, he didn't realize that he was taking himself with him. So if you feel bad about yourself and you've transitioned from one sex into another, you're still going to feel bad about yourself. Your sex is not the
Exactly.
problem. And yet these children, many of them are being given hormonal treatment without their parents' consent.
Wow.
This is a state takeover of our children.
Well, let me
They
just,
are preparing us for that.
Karen, let me just say this real quick because I've heard this before, and maybe you have too. Our parents are just too dumb to help their children become adults. Um,
Oh, that's what they tell you.
yeah, isn't that the same thing that Mao Zedong told the?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. They believe in everything is outcome based. They must know the outcome before they start, so they make a plan to get to that outcome. And that plan doesn't matter whether it's true or not as long as it gets to the desired outcome. So they want all of they will siphon off, and that's what they're doing with all of this technology. They're taking these data points from our kids, and they're saying, oh, this one is, he has a propensity, he could be a good physician. This one is going to be an engineer. This one will be a prostitute. We have to, what do we have to do? We have to decriminalize prostitution, so this one could be a prostitute. We'll make it
Wow.
okay. We'll make all of these things okay, all of this behavior okay, because it breaks down society and it breaks down the American values of self-worth. And that's what this is all about, because when you break a person, you can control them, and they give you their power and all their money. And that's exactly what this is about. Money, power, control. Period. There's nothing else. That's
Exactly.
all they believe. That's all they want.
Now, number 40 of the 45 proposals by Clausen was to discredit the family as an institution, encourage promiscuity, and easy divorce. Um,
Yep.
now, a lot of people will say, wait a minute. We're not talking about teachers making advances on children, and teachers are not sitting in the classroom telling their kids not to listen to mom and dad, are they?
Yes, they are.
Ooh.
And the Common Core was designed so mommy and daddy couldn't help, and the teacher could say, oh, well, they're too stupid to help you. Remember Al Gore? He even said, don't trust anybody over 30. They don't know anything.
Mm.
This is
Mm.
what the kids are taught in school. That's why how many parents have said, man, my kid was so great, and I sent them to middle school, and now I can't even talk to them. Well, they are being trained that mommy and daddy are irrelevant, and they believe that there are two things that are important out of these people. They call us human capital. They believe that only uh, we will either work, we are good for what we can work for, and if not, when we die, we are good for our organs. That's it. That's all they care
Wow.
about.
Wow. Now let me,
And
if I could go,
Planned Parenthood
yeah.
didn't do it earlier.
Hmm. If I could go here very quickly because we're going to run out of time, and Karen, you know I'm going to have you come back and talk about this because child pornography is not, it's not just some little guy sitting in the basement with a laptop and some computers taking pictures of little boys and
No,
girls. It's deeper than that, and its
no.
tentacles have touched everybody. I want you to talk real quickly about why the church is so silent and whether that was the construct of communism in the first place when it comes to child
Well,
pornography.
the church is so silent again for two reasons. One, the Pope is a communist,
Mm-hmm.
and two, money. The church, the bishops, and everybody else, the cardinals, they all get money from the Pope. And if he says no because I don't like what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
and the communists, if you remember in World War II, in the beginning of communism, they were anti-religion. Well, then the communists realized that if they teamed up with the religious people, they could still be atheists, but the religious people would bring them more people.
Mm.
So the communists teamed up with the religious people, and guess who was their biggest ally? The Muslims.
Mm. Wow.
So this is a whole, that's why I said everything is connected. Nothing is random. Everything has a plan, and all the plans are based on lies. And the interesting thing is, all of what I'm telling you is factual and can be found on multiple websites, but I would suggest that you look up Sex 102, and you will see that it is sponsored by the CDC and Planned Parenthood. What could be better?
Now,
And go and look at, oh, I have a website for you. I just
yes.
remembered. Go to amaze.org/JR. This is the cartoon version of Sex 102.
Wow. Wow. If you could text that to me via my phone, so that I could put
I
that.
will be happy to do
I
that.
want to put that out tonight so everyone can see it, and I want to show you, ladies and gentlemen, that child pornography is not just a creepy little guy sitting in the basement taking pictures of little boys and girls and doing rude and crude things to them in the privacy of that basement. Ladies and gentlemen, child pornography is taking place in your classroom, in your church, in your community, and you're blind to it. And the reason is it's ideologically based. It is not necessarily emotionally based. It's not based on the fact that somebody wants to take advantage of your kid. They want to take advantage of you too. Communism is spreading in America, and you got to be very careful. Karen, how can people get in contact with Florida Citizens Alliance?
Could just go to GOFLCA.com or FloridaCitizensAlliance.com, and you have all of my information which you can give. My website is Karen Schoen, SCHOEN.com, and you can see all of the articles that I have written. The last couple of series are What's in Your School.
Wow.
You will be astounded to learn what is not in your school, which is anything that has to do with reading, writing, math, and cursive writing.
Oh my God, you open up a floor of questions to me, because the first thing I'm going to say is that you need to homeschool your kids.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Wow. Karen, you're going to come
It's
back.
about money.
You're going to come back, Karen, and we're going to talk with you. And what they're doing with autistic children is even far worse than what they're doing with your kids. And there's just too much here. Child pornography, ladies and gentlemen, is not just a creepy little guy with a laptop or a personal computer in their basement. Child pornography is taking place right in the classrooms. They ask me all the time, Ken, you get going at one point of the program, and this is that hot spot, and then you break away, you talk about kids. Why are you talking about, I need to know where my kids are? It's not important that you need to know where your kids are. It's important that your kids know exactly where you are. We'll be right back.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?